Camp Cretaceous Season 5's ending leaves a lot of questions which need to be answered, such as what happens to all the dinosaurs on the island? Where's the Spinoceratops? What happens to them? What happens to the Spinosaurus? Let's get straight into today's video. So hello everybody and welcome to today's video with me, Shadows, where we're going to be talking about that ending of Season 5. What happens to all the dinosaurs because they seem to be left abandoned? Where is the Spinoceratops because they're only babies? Where's Firecracker? And everything else in between, because we do know at the end of Season 5 they seemingly are just left on that island to fend for themselves and kind of like left and abandoned, especially after we've built a bond with the two Spinoceratops. They seem to have just discarded them. They've disappeared. Same with Firecracker, and you do see a little bit of Bumpy. So what has actually happened to them dinosaurs on the island? We get a little bit of a sneak peek at the end of Season 5, where you obviously see Ben go back to the island to care for Bumpy and look after Bumpy. Now you see May Turner is already on the island, and again she's saying thanks to Kenji for giving them meat. So this is 2 years in the future at this point, so that ending scene where the campers are a lot older, that's 2 years in the future. So we know still in 2018 dinosaurs are on that Manticore Island and they've seemingly been left there undiscovered by anyone else. And it looks like May Turner is caring for all the dinosaurs there on that island. But that still doesn't answer our question of what's happened to the Spinoceratops, what's happened to Firecracker. Is the technology of the island still going on? Are they still living in biodomes? Because at the end of Season 5, obviously they play out their little ruse where they say that the island's gonna lose all its power and the reactor's gonna fail, and that's obviously how Kenji's father leaves. But in reality, the reactor's actually been fixed, so all the power and the biodromes are all back on. So does that mean now that all the dinosaurs are back in their original like little cages, their biodrome cages, or have they shut all that down and are they roaming free kind of like on Isla Sorna? But then that would cause absolute chaos and deaths of other dinosaurs, the Spinoceratops. So it's kind of a catch-22. Are they still caged in these biodromes or are they free? I think we may have our answer, because obviously we see Ben and May on the island. It'd be very difficult for them to roam around freely looking after all these dinosaurs if them biodromes was not up and running, because otherwise they'll be constantly being chased by dinosaurs, velociraptors, Spinosaurus, T-Rex and everything in between. Now a lot of people are also asking what has happened to Limbo, because you see it get picked up and yeeted basically by the T-Rex and he's absolutely ragged stupid, and then you don't see Limbo again, and it is kind of giving us the impression that Limbo is dead, because we do not see Limbo after that event. You see it get absolutely ragged and then you don't see Limbo after that. So in my mind that is showing us that Limbo has either gone off on the island somewhere or has died. Now to survive that type of injury, it's unheard of. The bite of the Tyrannosaurus into Limbo, I don't think Limbo will be surviving that. But then that leaves us another question: where is the Spinoceratops here now at the end of Season 5 and in 2018? How big would they have grown? Would they have grown the same size as a Spinosaurus or the same size as a Sinoceratops? And where are they? Are they happy? Where's Firecracker? Is she with other Brachiosaurus? It's so many questions are yet to still be answered in this season, and hopefully they'll be answered in a new season or a new spin-off show, which is all in this video here. So if you want to know about that, check out this video. But either way, with these dinosaurs on the island, it's going to be a difficult situation. Either they're still contained in these biodromes, which seems very, very likely because of what we've just spoke about previous, or they're roaming around the island free, causing complete destruction of other animals. You imagine them T-Rexes roaming around the Spinosaurus, they're going to be hunting all the other dinosaurs and causing complete chaos and cruelty there. So what is the worst evil there? I think they're still in the biodromes, and I think they're being looked after by May Turner and maybe some teams there, because obviously we know Sammy is still sending the dinosaurs meat on the island, which shows they're not hunting other dinosaurs as well. So it shows they're feeding all the carnivores with the meat, so it shows they are still indeed trapped in their little biodromes and cages. And I know that is kind of a little bit cruel, but that's probably the best thing that they can do, and I think it'd only be a matter of time before this island gets discovered by the local authorities or by other forces which we are yet to see in the future, such as maybe Biosyn could get hold of this island and all these dinosaurs, and we could see the Spinoceratops in the future. It is a shame. I think they rushed the ending a little bit, because I would have liked to have seen more of this explored, more conclusion to the story, although we did get an absolutely awesome ending with all the adult camp, well, the young adults, I suppose, campers, and what they're doing now. We could have had a bit more closure on the dinosaurs, because all we seen was Bumpy and Ben. I think it would have been a little bit better if they padded out that last episode, showed us what's happened to Manticorp, because we still don't know what's actually happened to Manticorp. Is Manticorp still going? Is Kenji now the head of Manticorp? Have they still got the island up and running, but as a dinosaur sanctuary? How is Kenji making his money? They could have really explored the ending a little bit more and talked a little bit about that. You know, how long has Kenji's father been in jail for? What is he even in jail for? What is it? Animal cruelty? Is that what he's in jail for? It doesn't really explain. So I think if we had a little bit more on the ending to have even more closure, it'd have been more of an epic conclusion. But I'm very happy with the ending we did get, and it was a great season, if I'm totally honest. Maybe we will get answers to these questions in the future, or maybe we won't. Maybe it's left to the imagination on purpose, especially if they want to bring back the Spinosaurus in the future, or if they want to make other series and include the Spinosaurus somehow. You know, same with the Spinoceratops, because the Spinoceratops has seemingly been forgotten about now, and it's a bit of a shame. Same with Firecracker. You know, they seem to have just been left there, left to their own devices, and we didn't see anything or hear anything, so we're kind of left to make up our own mind, or take to Twitter and ask the directors, which is complete chaos, because they don't know what's going on half the time, because you ask one, they tell you something, you ask another, and they tell you something else. But there were an awful lot of dinosaurs on that island to keep contained and to keep happy for a long period of time. So that would be very, very difficult. Although May Turner is there, she's probably got a team of people with her. And like I said, we know they're feeding them. Well, they're delivering meat from Sammy's ranch. So we know they're keeping the carnivores contained. Because if they didn't send them meat, the carnivores would obviously be out hunting. So they wouldn't need the meat. So we know they're still caged up in the biodromes because they're sending them meat. But how long would this stay a secret for? Is Manticorp still going? We still have lots and lots of questions. Where is the Spinoceratops? Is it still with P.S. the Kentrosaurus? We've barely talked about them in this episode. We've got so many questions which we still want answered. So let's hope they do make a future new series / spin-offs with the adult versions of the campers, because that's got so much lore, so much substance. And again, like I said, guys, if you want to know all about that, because I'm not going to go into detail on that in this video, check out the other video here, because it's got all the detail you need to know on all of that. How did you find season 5, and how did you find the ending? Please let me know in the comments, because I'd love to know your thoughts and feelings. I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters and YouTube members. Thanks guys for supporting the channel, does really help me out. I hope you've enjoyed today's video. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers guys, thanks, bye bye.